In the modern day, 1 out of 10 Americans believe that the moon landing was fake. Nearly a quarter of people believe that 9/11 was an inside job. Over a quarter of people believe the government is hiding aliens from us. And 80% of people believe that I made those statistics up. I didn't. I Googled them. Which, to be fair, is where most conspiracies start. Or end, depending on who's controlling the search results. From the supposed swapping and then purposeful sinking of the Titanic all the way through to the flat Earth, we can find groups of people that are willing to believe anything that they are told online. I mean, Uranus, the planet, was actually named after the Roman god of wind, Uranus. See, you didn't question that, did you? You just accepted it because I sounded confident as I delivered what was a blatant lie. Speaking of misinformation online, in the age of the internet, belief in conspiracy theories has only strengthened, or at least become easier to find and laugh at. Which raises the question, why do people believe this? Well, there are a few reasons. Loss of control, wanting to feel special, or the tendency to see patterns in things. Now, I believe that it is this third thing that is the current crux to our conspiracy climate. Not that climate, don't worry. It's very well documented, or at least assumed, that if a person believes in one conspiracy theory, they are then more likely to believe another. But how do you start someone down this pipeline to begin with? Video games, or at least video game theories. Hear me out. We have trained ourselves to see patterns in everything. In video games, nothing is accidental. Everything means something. You start small, like in Dark Souls, where you read a little bit of text on a sword and think, ah, yes, the collapse of an ancient city. And then it escalates. In GTA 5, there's a drawing on a wall and suddenly you're like, obviously there's a hidden jetpack and aliens are controlling the government. Then you get to Five Nights at Freddy's, where you're counting toes on animatronic animals to work out the timeline of fictional child murders. And the thing is, we're right to do that, because in games, there are secrets, there are hidden meanings. Developers put them there on purpose, training you to look for them. So after years of training ourselves to think like this, to believe that every tiny detail is a clue, every coincidence is intentional, nothing is ever just random, is it really a surprise that someone looks at the real world and goes, yeah, that's not the full story? Now, it would be easy to leave things there, but for me at least, this raises a bigger question. Why did we start doing this in the first place? I mean, no one was creating theories about Snake and Pong. Where did this originate from? And I think we all know the answer to that.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Game Theory.
So, MatPat taught us all to be conspiracy theorists, right? But within the confines of video games. I mean, it wasn't his intention to start spreading false information. He's said himself that his goal was to help educate. He said that himself on the internet, so it has to be true, right? But think about it. He teaches millions of people to question the official story, look for hidden meanings, and connect unrelated details. It's not just gaming at that point. That's a very specific skill set. And those skills don't just switch off when you stop watching the video or stop playing the game. Start applying those skills to everything. News, politics, history. you can choose to believe that that was an accident. Or you can choose to believe he is training us for something. But if so, for what? And that's why I believe that MatPat started game theory to increase critical thinking, the belief in conspiracies, and ultimately sneak his way into a government position, which we've already seen evidence of him doing, a position from which he can take out the lizard people that are running our government. But that's just a theory. A conspiracy theory. Thanks for watching. Or at least that's what they'd say, because statistically speaking, about 80% of you think I made that up. But I didn't. I Googled it.